Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another little Saturday stream. How's everyone doing today? There's so many of you in chat. It's like, wow, what a start. Sorry for the late start here. It's been a morning. It's been a morning. Hope you're all doing well. We've got Rin and Lindsay and Darren and Bradley and Mage. And I'm scrolling through the chat here real quick. And I saw Joseph and I saw LPS in here. And Lily, hello. Lesenath, welcome. But if I ever say any of your guys' names wrong, please do tell me. Hope you're all doing good. I hope you're having a great day today. We're returning to Tears of the Kingdom. Man. So let's just jump in. Let's just load it up. Let me know how everything sounds. Speaking of how things sound, I'm going to actually go into here and play ourselves a quick little voice clip, just so you guys can tell me how this sounds as well. It's like decadent dandy. Oh, is it? My bad. My bad. Okay, I'm going to just play this one here.
Is this the afterlife? The great beyond? My final reckoning? Nah, it's still...
Anyways, he died, but he didn't actually die. Let me know how that was. I played yesterday, my app refused to connect, then I updated the game and it worked again. Makes you want, oh, it's so strange. App audio sounds good. Okay, excellent. Good. Might need a bit more volume, but we can hear it. Okay. Tell you what, let me boost it a little more.
Is this
like this?
The afterlife? The great beyond? My final reckoning? Nah, it still hurts like I'm alive.
What a line. That's great. Okay. Perfect. Lily says. Excellent. Okay, great. By the way, look what I finally got in the mail. Finally, I got one. I'm so happy with it. I haven't really actually spent an extensive amount of time with it, actually playing with it, but Wednesday especially for Wind Waker will be really nice because the difference between the button layouts between these two controllers, I love this controller, don't get me wrong, absolutely it's my favorite controller, but when playing Wind Waker and then the HUD has these button layouts and then my muscle memory gets confused. I keep pressing A when I mean to press X on this one, and I think it's just because my brain goes A is the one on the farthest right side of the controller, but that's what X is. Anyways, it's it's a weird thing, but I'm really happy with it. So anyways, yeah, just a little tangent there. Just a little tangent. I'll give you guys a second little, oh, I forgot how smooth this game is. A second little tangent as well is that I'm super sleepy today, but it's for a good reason. The oh, YouTube has a pop-up that says the stream quality is poor. That's not good. No, essentially the reason is I stayed up late editing, but I finished the video I was editing. So there's that. I finished the video I was editing, and it'll go live next Friday. But if you're on Patreon or if you're a channel member, you can watch it right now. Maybe not right now because it's stream time right now, but you can watch it early, starting anytime now. It is my final Echoes of Wisdom dungeon design video, and I'm pretty pleased with how it's shaped up. I'm pretty happy with the end result. So, you know, you got a whole week to watch it early if you're there. I think a good place to start is Room of Awakening. I think that just makes a lot of sense, because we're doing Raru's Memories today. Also, hey Charles, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Pardon me. Looks like my app connected here, no problem. So, coffee good. So, yeah, it just feels like there's gonna be some good things in here. Look at this guy though. Hey handsome, how you doing? Look at you. Anyways. I'm actually surprised there's not one right dead on in this room. I would have expected there to be, but that's cool. That's cool with me. By the way, guys, YouTube's popping up saying that we have a that we got some. It can't make up its mind. It says it's not receiving enough video, but then it also says it's receiving too much bitrate. So I don't know. Let me know how things are looking for you right now. Let me know if it all looks okay or not, because I don't know. YouTube's silly. YouTube is silly. Wee. It's mostly good. Okay, okay, okay. Seems fine to Joseph. All right, we're just gonna go with the YouTube being silly explanation then, and we're gonna just roll with that. It's gonna be okay. Ah man, going through here takes me back. Weehaw! Hello. Look at my man treading water. My man, it's a tad choppy. But why? But why, YouTube? We're Nintendo fans. We don't mind a few dropped frames. Yeah. Accurate. Yeah, I don't know why. It's popped up twice with the little error message. I don't know. Let me look at my network settings. So Ethernet's connected just fine. I don't know, man. I think my internet is just being fussy today. I'm gonna go with that's my guess. I don't know for certain, but not all the time. It just looks like you're playing it on the OG Switch, not the Switch 2. Oh no. But that's the whole point. Is to play it on the Switch 2. Also, Lindsay, renewing the membership, now you're up to 2 months. Hey, is that all? It feels like longer. But like in a good way, you know? In a good way. That is why it changed. It does update every, there's like increments where you get different maps or compasses. Alrighty. Get it together, stream. Yeah, I think it's my internet being fussy, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm a little surprised there was none inside there actually. How many times have you skydived off this particular spot here? Because for me, it's been a lot of times. A lot of times. Is that too high up? It definitely is. It's okay. We're just gonna. Actually, I could just go inside and then ascend up that way. Nyum. There we go. Now it's choppy. I absolutely do consistently have to marvel at how pretty it is. Okay. Man, we just started and I'm getting, oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. YouTube's popped up with the error thing 4 times. Okay. Tell you what, friends. Here, I'm going to see a little troubleshoot here. Hang tight, if you don't mind. And I'll just play you some music real quick here. I'll just BRB. The stream might cut out entirely, but I'm just going to see if we can reconnect it and fix the problem. BRB, friends, sorry. Bonjour. Okay. All right. So we should be back live. Let me know if we're all looking okay here. It now says it looks like we're okay. I just had to tinker with the bitrate a little, but I think we're in business now. All right. Okay. Let me see. I'm just looking at the playback here. Looking at... Oh, no, it looks choppy still. Yeah, all right. It does. It's like if we move too fast, it starts getting choppy. If we're, like, slow, it's, then it looks nice, but... This is rubbish. I was like, oh. But you know what's funny now is that YouTube Studio says, oh, the stream is so excellent. It says stream health is excellent. As it's being choppy as hell. Ironic. Here... Okay, alright. My apologies, friends. I don't know why. You know what? I feel like we had like a good few months even of like very like no issues, and now today it's acting up. I'm blaming Rogers. You heard me, Rogers. I'm blaming you. Okay. Everyone unsub. No. Okay, wait. So let's see. It still says stream health is because it was at least giving me error messages before. Now it's now it says healthy. So but it's okay. Someone generally hope someone named Roger is watching. No, Rogers is a company, an internet service provider, an ISP. Okay. We're gonna try and fix this again. Just hang tight. Just hang tight, or don't. I don't know. Okay, friends, hi. I went and poked my router, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe something happened with that. But we're gonna, I'm gonna walk in a circle for a sec. I don't know. How we looking now? It still looks kind of choppy, but a little less than before. Okay, I think here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna not be able to enjoy the wonderful benefits of the Switch 2 edition for just a sec. But here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this little thing. We're gonna drop the stream's frame rate in half. Hang tight, hang tight. And maybe this will make a diff. Okay. So, it's ironic that the way to fix the stream getting choppy, is I decided we're just gonna output on 30 FPS instead of 60 because I feel like a 30 without dropping frames is less distracting than 60 with dropping frames. Do you know what I mean? So we're just gonna run with that and hope for the best. So, yeah. All right. Looks like I'm just looking at the playback here as Link walks around. You'd think this was my first time streaming or something. This looks a lot better. It's just not, or it looks smoother per se, but it's just not the same. I don't know, I've gotten quite acquainted with 60. It's okay. Anyways, we're gonna just move on here. We can't just troubleshoot for forever, right? So, hey look, we found a thing. We found a thing.
Finery, and one responsible for a highly complex manufacturing process. The nature of the work was such that only a select few constructs could perform it, and only 2 of those remain in operation. Fortunately, that is enough for now. Though apparently there was a time when they could be found throughout the kingdom.
No. Okay. Okay. There we go. I'm almost like a little, I don't want to say underwhelmed by it now, but like it's because it's like actually you know I'm just all wrapped up in this stream health thing and stream thing. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, also Kalia dropped in the chat, hey, welcome. Also, sorry you came in right as we were having issues. Natsu, hi, welcome. Anyone else that showed up while we was troubleshooting and I didn't say hi, so sorry about that. But hi, hope you're doing well. It feels like a waste to shoot this guy. So I'm just gonna do it. Anyways. Happy frames per second. Happy birthday frames per second. Oh my god. Wait, is it Kalia's birthday? No, it's not. It's Kalia's frames per second. I'm confused, guys. Y'all are confusing me in the chat here. Do we still say turnt? Yeah, no. Yes and no. We're all confused. I'm glad it's not just me then. Wait, is this a treasure chest I never opened?
The lives of our people and this tree are interconnected. As we prospered, so too did it. It was the site for many of our rituals, and though that role has since been taken up by the Temple of Time, I am sure this sacred tree watches over us still.
Oh, bad news about your tree, dude. Anywho. Sometimes you gotta slap at a kiss. That ostrich did not like that. Alright. That's alright. Let's see. Now, let's get on with the thing we're actually supposed to be doing today. By supposed to be, I mean choosing to do. Boop. There's some that are kind of right below us here. You know what? But I'm gonna. It doesn't feel right to jump from there. It doesn't feel right. I gotta jump from here. Yeehaw! And then we'll just kind of glide on back, sorta. It's probably the device dispenser that it's just got hit with an ad?
This is known as a Zonai device dispenser. But the concept of leaving things to chance is not one often seen in our civilization. I myself believe that it was originally created with a different purpose. Maybe it was used for entertainment, or maybe it was not even originally made by the Zonai. The ways of our ancestors are sometimes unclear, but they are also interesting puzzles to unravel.
YouTube is misbehaving today. Wait, so why did it give you an ad? I have it set to manual ad placement, bro. YouTube, hello? That's weird and unruly of YouTube. Truly unruly. I'm gonna patent that phrase. Oh, this game's pretty though. Wait. Oh no. Guy's a game pretty. I almost forgot. But not, I didn't actually. I didn't really. I almost did, but I didn't actually. Spreading misinformation is right. The 30 FPS is truly noticeable now that you're so used to 60. I know, it feels weird, man. Truly feels like bad. It feels like bad. Yeah, this guy wants to fight. I just wanted to... Let me just...
Though the flux constructs can enter a standby mode, reducing energy consumption outside of battle, they remain one of our less energy-efficient creations. Considering their limitations, I would love to improve on their design and give them greater range. But my sister says the ancient schematics for them are quite abstruse.
Interesting. Also, damn, I smacked that thing and it did so much damage. Like, dang. Dang. I don't need that core. I don't need that flux core. I don't need it. I don't need it. You liked Robbers the most? He's dropped some interesting Zonai lore. So far it's been a little like, okay. Little tidbits. I think these voice members work more for me as like cool character moments than necessarily lore drops. However, what does this button do? Oh, I see. It just moves it back to me. I see. Okay. Just a little recentering. Center yourself. But it is cool when you get those little lore nuggets too. It's nice. It's nice when you do. My external hard drive going, ugh. Okay, wait. Also, Tube hath arrived. Welcome. It's cold. Alright, we'll just put this on. I need my snow boots. I need my snow boots. There we go. Cool. Ah, okay, great. Found it.
It was here that we used the capabilities of frost emitters to create a permanently snowy region. By encircling the island in cold air, we created an ideal place to test the durability of constructs and Zonai devices. I'll always remember the look of wonder on Sonia's face the first time we came here.
Also, Liam, hey, welcome. Welcome. Okay, so remember a few weeks ago, we were doing Breath of the Wild voice memories, and there's one by Zelda on the plateau around here, talking about this icy area being like weird and unnatural. Okay, so we also know that the Temple of Time, like, and the Great Skylands were also part of the Great Plateau originally, right? Is that... I feel like that's... Does that make sense? Was my thought process making sense here? You know? Maybe. Right? Maybe? I'm trying to look at this snowy area. Is like this chunk of the island. And thinking like, could it like nestle in here where there's like this divot where the River of the Dead is now? You know? That's okay, that's where my train of thought is. I don't know. You think that's correct? I mean, because it does make sense that like that part of the plateau is kind of snowy for no reason. It's not like an extremely high elevation. It's right near the desert, you know. It doesn't so so it being like artificial is like a good train of thought. I don't know. Like, but like if you look at the landmass here, maybe you'd have to rotate it, right? You'd have to rotate it, but maybe it could fit in there. And of course it would like have degraded a bit over time. Or whatever. And a lot of it is ice instead of snow. So, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just thinking thoughts. I'm thinking thoughts. I'm gonna warp to the shrine here. Take a little shortcut. A warp cut, if you will. A shortcut warp cut. Yeah, you know, like over thousands of years or whatever, it would just kind of like have slowly rotated or something. Like gradually drifted as well, because obviously it's also not above the plateau anymore. So it probably kind of drifted through the air over time, maybe, right? Maybe? That didn't work the way I wanted it to at all. Just, can I just... Okay. Okay, apparently that doesn't work. So rude! New plan. I just want to break these crates. Is that so hard? I did it. How old is that apple, do you think? Those ones will not have anything. Mm-hmm. Anywho. It's really funny coming back here, like, post-game, as it were, quote-unquote post-game. Because it's just, you're just so extremely overpowered, you know? It's like nothing really... I don't want to say nothing matters, but it's like... Oh, it's Slippy. I almost forgot that it's a Slippy. That it's a Slippy. Okay, that's fine. I do have the rockets. I do got them rockets. Munching a lemon raspberry popsy muffin and it's got a real Fruit Loop. It sounds delicious. Where can I get one? Where can I get one? Oh, here we are.
We intended for this airfield to allow easy transportation of goods between Sky Islands. While I hoped the people of Hyrule would make use of it, the flying machines proved challenging to control. I once sought to join Sonia while she practiced with one. But a construct stopped me, insisting that the devices are limited to one rider.
Interesting. Interesting. I can't help but wonder when these voices... So, like, with Zelda's and Koga's memories, there was, like, a pretty clear indication of, like, the order of events, like, when those things take place. You know what I mean? And I haven't figured that out for Raru here, it seems. I'm not sure when these are supposed to be, you know? Oopsie, I missed. Oh, okay. I cannot pick up any more of those. There were already Zonai Skylands before that, but Zelda raised up more. That's true. That's true. So the Temple of Time was one that Zelda worked with the sages to raise up. Or I think the Garden of Time area, this whole area, basically the Great Skylands. But there were Zonai in the sky before that as well. Yes. Here? No. Maybe the little dots. Oh, now we got it. Okay. It's these guys.
I do not believe
Makar?
anyone else is as proficient at handling Zonai devices as the Maker constructs. That said, one should be careful around the inventions of less experienced ones. I recall a very chaotic rafting ride when a misaligned fan made it nearly impossible to steer. I was scared half to death throughout. But Queen Sonia enjoyed herself.
Sonia's a daring one. Apparently. She's a daring one. Okay, let's see. We gotta go over to near the Temple of Time. The Templo Time, you know? Arrows? I guess from those guys that were up there. But I cannot pick up any more of those. And see, also, it does make sense now, too, because, like, these areas are so close together, but the temperature difference is so drastic all of a sudden. Like, you know what I mean? So it makes some sense. Hey, little fella. Makes some sense that there would be, you know, they would have the... It's, that it's artificial, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm just going, don't worry, I'm hustling. Hey fellas again. It almost feels like not right to just be like, you know, just, here we go. This guy's actually gonna, you know. Oof! This guy actually has some health. Thank you, thank you. Alright, now. Now. Birds? Where's this memory at? Looks like we're... Here we are. It's birds. It's a bird's memory.
The forest ostriches were once on the brink of extinction. However, a proposal by the Queen was made to protect them, and eventually, this species flourished once more. Though they were originally only found in colder lands, they are highly adaptable, thriving in all but the frigid polar regions.
Well, there you go. Maybe I'll save the Temple of Time for last. That makes some sense in my head. You know. It's almost unfair to the poor little constructs just to get snipped, son. All right.
These rails are intended to transport materials, but they also supply energy through pipes. The Goron people make extensive use of this kind of mechanism, and I believe it is possible they modeled their designs on our own technology.
Energy through the... Oh, look at this. There's even exposed pipe underneath of the intro. Very interest. Well, I guess I'll just take a little quick ride this way. The Gorons do have a history with, you know, mining technology and stuff, you know. Insignificant. I love it. Yeah. I mean, fair. It's just little tidbits, you know? Little tidbits. A lot of this is cool. I kind of wish it was here from the start. You know? I always thought the little spot was neat. I don't know, just a little garden with the bridge over the pond with the fish. You know, I just always thought it was a neat little area. I always thought so. My voice cutting in and out? But why? But why? My mic is here. But why? Hi. Hi. The lower the mic frame rate. That doesn't work. let me know if it cooperates a little better. And you know, we'll just oh, there we go.
On occasion, constructs have been observed forming a line as they wait for an available charging spot. More interestingly, some will give up their place in that line to allow constructs with a greater need to recharge first. Were it that everyone always acted with such empathy.
This is a charging station? It's his little charging station? Where he's gotta go snooze, recharge his batteries? That's cute. That's like a cute little... These are, I'm pretty sure these are all over the place too. Oh, look. Oh, is he gonna snooze on it? He's off center. He's off center. That bothers me. Maybe more than it should. I'm sure it's fine. It's like one of those little, like, you know, those like wireless phone chargers where you just like put it on top of the thing, right? Why is it precious? That's the right question. Can I push him? Sir, you're off center. You're not going to charge properly, maybe. I don't know. Goodbye. I can't nudge him. Usually you can nudge NPCs, but not this guy. He's too heavy. He's too sturdy. That is precious. That is, I kind of, oh my gosh. I kind of love that. Now onward to the next place with the things and stuff and the voices. Alright. I'm guessing the mic is doing better now. Hopefully. Ooh. It's the cooking boy.
Our culinary constructs were imparted with knowledge of both cooking meals and concocting medicines. Though they have no taste buds, they learn to mimic the movements we make when tasting food. Even my sister, who gifted them with the ability to learn in the first place, was surprised by what they gleaned through simple observation.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, let me see. Anything over here? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so now it's just Temple of Time, aka the Tot. The Tot. Charles says internet is stable. Is not stable. Is it misbehaving? I don't like it when it doesn't work properly. Oh, internet is stable now. Oh, okay. Now, because it's stable. Okay. That makes sense. I thought he just was saying it's not. I thought literally the opposite thing. Oh yeah, there's the tot. I gotta have my tots. I'm so misled every day. Every day. Every day. All the time. Okay, we're just gonna go over here. Grab a little. Never mind. I thought there was a buggo there, but there was not. I thought there was a cricket. Stealing this guy's toasty shrooms while he's sleeping. I mean, it's fine. He would want me to have it. That was a good use of that bow, for sure. For sure. You know what did I? Hang on. Also, Mattendo, welcome. Welcome as well. Did I have anything in here that I need to... Oh, yeah, it's just a little one of these ones in here. You know, it's just a little one of these ones in here. Okay. I'm just gonna... Oopsie. There. Just gonna take it out. We're gonna take it out. Okay, back to this. Ooh, shameless plug. When? How soon are we talking? How soon, Ren? Look at this moss. Oh, it doesn't look great when you really zoom in. But when you're not zoomed in, it looks great. Listen. When you're just looking at the whole thing, it looks great. You know what I should do? Hang on a sec. You know what I'm gonna do as well? Is I'm gonna do that. Okay. I don't really. See, everything I've got is too overpowered. It feels unfair. It feels unfair to these poor little constructs. Ooh.
The Temple of Time is a bell tower and faithful timekeeper, as well as a spiritual center of this land. It was constructed in a traditional Zonai architectural style that extends both up into the sky and down into the ground. It was believed in ancient times that such a design could pierce through evil.
Great. A scratch and sniff? It better not. I hope not. Heinous. What's below the Temple of Time on the plateau? The great abandoned central mine. The big bargainer. That's what. The big booty bargainer. Hard to say if it was an extension or not, though. I don't know if it would go far enough into the depths or not, though. I don't think it's big enough to go all the way into the depths. You know? You can see, like, how far down it does go. Interesting, though. Yeah, I don't think that would go all the way to the depths. I don't think. I don't know. Because, like, this walkway is, like, what was ground level for that era. But no, I totally get your train of thought. I totally do. I got that cricket. Bing.
This altar is considered the most holy place in the temple, and it is where we give offerings as part of our prayers for a bountiful, peaceful world. I have heard ancient legends that it could interact with a sacred power, allowing travel back and forth through time. Though, how this was done is a mystery to me.
A mystery indeed. Well, that's all the Great Sky Island stuff. Back and forth. If only we had figured out the fourth part. Okay, so... Excuse me. There are many good places to go. Things to see. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just a little, you know, just a little. As one does. What's going on? Okay. Yes, anyways. I'm gonna launch out of here. And we're gonna land and kind of just work through. There's like 3 in a row. And we'll just grab those. No, it's just the wife wanting to grab some things sneakily. I'll just grab a Tulin, actually. It just wasn't very sneaky. She wasn't as sneaky as she thought, unfortunately. That's okay. Oh, I forgot about this part. And by forgot, I mean, I didn't forget it all, but I need to change what I got equipped. Because that bow is not going to do. Okay, this one, it's just simply because it's cool. Okay, cool. Yeehaw! Okay. Go now. Okay, Tulin can go to sleep now. Go to sleep, Tulin. Oh, good.
This was originally a port where materials from the depths were imported and stored, but it is currently being managed by my sister as a construct warehouse. Security is unusually tight. Even I had trouble coming here. But, knowing my sister, she has her reasons.
What was Minoru up to? Why does it feel kind of suspicious? You know? Why does it feel suspicious? I really like this area though, actually. Okay, just one. Oopsie, sorry. That was what I meant to do. Hee. Okay. Should be making war machines, right? Basically. Or something. I don't know. Just in case, you know. I mean, you know, like Zonai laser cannons are a thing, so. You know? I could see that. And then, you know, maybe she was like, yeah, he won't be on board with this. But we have to make laser guns. In case shit goes down. Oh, good. It's a little lightning rod thing.
The people on the surface believe this to be proof of the lightning dragon's divine protection. In actuality, it is a lightning rod the Zonai constructed to prevent lightning strikes. Perhaps this is how belief in the lightning dragon began. I wonder how often belief results from unrelated coincidence.
But the lightning dragon, Farosh is real though. Does he not know that? Does he not know? guess he doesn't know. He didn't know. I mean, this thing is, Rara's not infallible. Maybe the belief created it. Now that's an interesting thought. Butterfly. Double butterfly. Rockets. Yeehaw! Oh, nar. Is there a spot where I could... Ah! Not really. Okay, well, I'll go over here then. Actually, and there is a spot where I can. Oof. Mm-hmm. I mean, no, it makes the most sense for them to have been Zonai, though, I think, right? Just based on their features, right? Right? Hmm. Maybe it's up top, but maybe it's down below. Imagine for a moment if it did. If Age of Imprisonment had like 3 Zonai you know, priests or whatever. And they were Dinral, Farash, and Nadra. That would be crazy. That's all I'm saying. So the guy fell. The other guy fell. I don't, and I can't, in the inventory, it's, okay, maybe the memory I'm looking for is, you know, down below. Ah, yeah.
I get a strong sense of nostalgia in this place. When I was young, I was intensely interested in finding and studying treasure maps. Before I knew it, I had become quite familiar with the topography of the Sky Islands and, incidentally, with Zonai devices. Nothing motivates one to learn like a healthy sense of curiosity.
Were the stinky babies around in that time? Now that's a good question. Who knows? Not me. Man, okay, so... where do I even begin with this? Well, let's see, there's one here on Zonite Forge Island, it looks like. Somewhere. I think they were. You think they are eternal? They always have been, always were, and always will be. And always will be stinky. Alright, let's zoom in a little more. Now, I think I need to get up top. Truthfully. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. I can't take that out, but... Pretty sure there's a shield that... Free shield. Pretty sure. There we go. Okay. I guess we could use the updraft, actually. I was trying to find a good ascend spot, but there's a big updraft. So with the Kokiri, I always think that it's like, oh no, I can't use the updraft. That's as far up as it goes. That's too bad. Never mind. I always thought the Koroks were kind of their quote-unquote natural form, and there's a bit of a theory that they adopted the form of children for a time. But it's, the way Miss Rival's get on Tears of the Kingdom. Ascend did not replace it. I think Rocket Shields replaced it. Yeah. Like at what point did yeah. I think it's more like the Koroks temporarily became the Kokiri while they had basically the Hero of Time in their community. And they sort of adopted a form. Maybe the Deku Tree said, we have to, adopt a form that he will feel like he belongs in. Even if that wasn't necessarily how it went down. I guess I didn't need to go up top because I think it's here. Probably. Anyways, that's just been kind of my thought process about that.
Zonite was once readily found even on Sky Islands. This giant refinery is a remnant of a time where its scarcity seemed impossible. Of course, the lava that powered the refinery still remains. I should consult with my sister and see whether we can yet find a use for this furnace.
Also, Viram asked, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had Tears of the Kingdom powers in Breath of the Wild and vice versa? I think it would be cool. Maybe. Perhaps. I do think the games are kind of designed around their core abilities to an extent, though. So I'm not sure how well it would work or not. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, the games are just like it is Breath of the Wild with new abilities in a lot of ways, right? So it's an interesting train of thought. It would definitely break the game for sure, or both games, yeah. Well, it would break Breath of the Wild more. I think it would do the opposite for Tears, where I think it would make it harder to not have like Ultra Hand and Fuse and stuff. Like, I assume you mean swap them, not just have both sets of abilities, unless I'm wrong. That's how I at least interpreted that scenario. Is that do things? Okay. Can I? Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking that I had to head over there, but I don't. I don't think so. Geez, the skylines are really pretty though. Even if they're a little repetitive. It's interesting that there's some of these sky mines that have luminous stones rather than zonite, though, you know? I always, I cannot help but feel that at the start of the game's development, there was no zonite and it was all luminous stones. And then they kind of phased one out for the other, you know what I mean? Golden apple. Yay.
Circular designs often represent an eternal bond, and were even thought to ward off evil. Perhaps with that in mind, many of the structures here have been constructed with a circular shape. Though this was once an archive containing many important records, now only those my sister keeps remain.
An archive? Interesting. I have to wonder how big this place was before. Makes me wonder about Mido and his little attitude. Well, I think it's well, if you think about it, there's I think probably a difference between how kids like, or think about like kids you've met, you know, how they act around each other or people they view like their peers versus like a random adult they met or whatever that's supposedly that they're told is important. I think that kind of would account for things like the Kokiri's personalities feeling more distinct. You know what I mean. Just a thought there, Ren. Transition in between Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker had to be when they went from Kokiri form to the Korra form, at least in that timeline. Yeah, for sure. Definitely people have very strong feelings about Revali one way or the other. That is also accurate. Start playing Breath of the Wild again and miss going through walls. Similarly, miss Revali's Gale and Tears of the Kingdom. You know, rocket shields. I did miss Revali's Gale until I discovered the rocket shield, and then problem solved. Truly. Here's the thing too, is when I play Breath of the Wild, I barely go through shields. I'm constantly having to like ditch shields or just not pick them up because they just don't break on me at all. And so I actually really like that Tears of the Kingdom makes shields more useful by having you fuse stuff to them, and then that actually using the durability up means that that actually matters now. You know? But yeah, what Kalia said as far as the canon goes about the champions, they found peace. They were able to rest at the end of Breath of the Wild. We see that happen. How's Game Over Jesse doing? So the real answer is he's fine. He's doing normal. The other answer though is the one that I committed to this joke a while ago, so I'm going to continue with it, is that in The Last of Us Part 2, Game Over Jesse is killed by Abby in a confrontation in Seattle. He was shot and killed, ending his life in the game. So, yeah, there you go. I hope that answers that question. This is what Google's AI overview tells us when... And as you know, AI is always correct about everything. I've actually been like putting together a bunch of stuff that I think is really funny, terrible things about AI. Here's another great example about Google's AI overview. Kat Bergerson is 8 years old. That's me. I'm a child. I'm an 8-year-old child. It's me, guys. People always say I'm very mature for my age. Thanks, Google. I love how AI made Google absolutely not work anymore. I love how it made it actually really useless. I love how Google used to be like the place you'd go to find stuff out, and now it's an absolute fucking joke and it's useless. I love that personally. Anywho. My own Discord's 18 plus. Oh, you're right. I age like milk for an 8-year-old. It's true. It's true. It's true. Do you think it's worth it to replay the whole Breath of the Wild story on Switch 2? I've been doing it. It depends on how much you like the game. You know? Do you like the game? If you didn't like it on Switch 1, I don't think the enhancements to Switch 2 are going to be the thing that, you know, like changes your mind. If you like the game and you feel like you can put the time in and get enjoyment out of it, then yeah, hell yeah, of course. But yeah. Okay, you know what? I got to go higher. I'm actually trying to think if these islands... No. Okay, I have the answer. It's this. We're just gonna zoom up there. It's a good thing I have 9,000 Zonite. That's a good thing. Anyways, we're just gonna go up. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my fit to get that battery efficiency, as one does, you know. As one does. But age like fine wine for a 32-year-old. That's very nice. That's very kind of you to say. I'll take it. It's so funny that people, a lot of times people underestimate my age, I guess. Google's AI is useless. I start looking for information on what kind of uplift the AMD RTX 9060 XT got with fine wine update. Gives you info based, oh, womp womp. Gives you wrong info. That is the thing with it. It just will give you just the wrong info. I can't wait to see the results of Disney's lawsuit against OpenAI, but we'll see how that turns out. Replaying both now, I'm enjoying the new save file. Yeah, I do appreciate that you now have multiple save files, honestly. Truly appreciate that. Truly, truly appreciate that. Not really at all, but I can't stop saying nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Joseph. I'm not smart. I don't know things. I don't know things. Makes trying to research on computer hardware really difficult because it pulls BS from Reddit. Yeah, 100%. It truly just makes everything useless. Yeah, absolutely. The first thing I do is ignore the Google AI results. First things first, ignore the results. Okay, I'm just gonna pause this right here just to let my battery fill up. Let it fill. Let it recharge. Alternatively, I think I just frankly hate using all AIs. I hate that every app decides they need their own built-in AI system. I think it's all just bad, and also using AI is atrociously bad for the environment. As well, the energy consumption required is so much worse than what just doing the time to do a Google search used to be, you know. And AI is like it doesn't know anything, right? It just is just repeating shit. Anyways, AI bad. I don't like it. I ain't using it. And every app needs to stop pushing it. You know what is this horrible thing? Like, my wife and I have like a little Instagram chat going where we just send each other memes back and forth, and then we go through it together to have a little laugh at the end of a day, you know, every now and then. And it's a great time. It's a great thing we do. And we're going through it last night and having laughs at our little memes that we've exchanged. And then a thing pops up and it's like, use Meta AI to summarize this chat. And it's like, no! Shut the fuck up, Meta AI. I don't want to. Why would I want that? Why would I want Meta AI to summarize my chat with me? Is it so hard to just read a conversation you have with someone that you need AI to summarize it for you? It's so bad. It's so stupid. It's like, truly, I truly think, for things like that, I truly think AI's best case use case is for people with just such a minuscule amount of brain power. If you're doing research on a specific topic, like someone's example here, okay, you're searching the internet for research on things. I can understand that line of logic of like using a tool to help you with research. But if you can't figure out how to navigate your own conversation with someone without the use of an AI tool, I don't know what to tell you, man. Truly don't know what to tell you. Truly. So anyways, the slap reverberated. It's because my mic stand is clamped to my desk. Anyways, truly. Didn't you have the thing where YouTube's AI? Yeah, truly, that actually did happen. YouTube's AI thing, quote unquote inspiration tab. Sorry. Said, here's a suggestion for a video you should make, and it was one I had already made. It was very funny. It's just such a useless. It's bad. It's useless. It's stupid. Anyways, Raru is here to talk to us.
Those that complete the skydiving trial are bestowed empowering attire. It allows them to better control their movement in the air. And if all the pieces are worn together, the wearer need not fear striking the ground no matter how far they fall. The ancient Zonai even fell to the surface at times, but I believe this attire kept them safe too.
Cool. I want to hear Raru's opinion on it. Actually, he seemed pretty impressed by it. With the constructs. But yeah, anyways. That did happen. That did happen with YouTube's inspiration tab. It was very silly. So silly. You want to hear the saddest thing ever is that I don't actually know the guy. But let's not dox anyone, but I know someone who knows this guy. A friend of a friend of mine. It happened to a friend of a friend of mine. No, this is a true story though, is that that I was told. So this is a secondhand story. So this guy, someone I know's boss, actually former boss. Oh, it's Blood Moon time. Regularly, and I say regularly, spends nights alone just having a chit chat with ChatGPT. As if it's like, and like this guy like legitimately feels like it's this ChatGPT is like his friend, and he'll just like sit for hours in front of his computer and have conversations with it. And that's the plot of the movie Her. Oh well, that's sad because that's a real thing that's happening to a guy. And yeah, man. It's actually like, I truly think it's pathetic. I truly think the thing is too, is I would feel bad for him, but he's also like a huge asshole, which is probably why ChatGPT is the only person that will be his friend. Because in real life, everyone finds him to be absolutely distasteful because he's an asshole. So I just truly think it's pathetic. Like, it's like, how sad is your life? Anyways. TJ starts as just another chill Saturday. Thought about firing up Tears of the Kingdom, saw you all live, wanted to pop by. Thank you so much for popping by. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Truly. Oh no. I was gonna halt it, but you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna warp here. Yeah. Let's just warp. Warp to the water temple. I was gonna just fly over there, but I've decided no. No, that's fine. Boop. Genuinely, I used to co-host with a guy like just like this, would hit me up in the middle of the night, fuming over chat GPT convos. That's unbelievable. That's wild, man. That is wild. Man. Let's zoom in a little more here so I can get to the actual spot these are supposed to be at. Maybe it's up the stairs. What can Rauru tell us about big faucets? Tell us, Rauru.
The water that flows from here eventually becomes clouds and rain, bringing water down to the land. The Zora people in ancient times had dealings with the Zonai, and I can imagine they used the immense waterfall to travel from the surface to the sky. It is appropriate some refer to this waterfall as a bridge.
I didn't mean to fall down here. Truly. Didn't mean to. That's okay. That looks like that was the only one at the actual water temple. Thank you, Rauru, for telling us about faucets. Good old faucets. Good old faucets. I saw a clip of this one YouTuber, Darren says, who does lazy TikTok reactions, and she was reacting to a clip of an AI generated video, and she legit said, I can't wait until we have fully AI generated movies. That's the most consumerist slop take I've ever heard. And I'm just replace art with AI. Yeah, that's what they want. They don't want. You know what? That's the kind of take that you would get from someone who is just, I think, like as an individual, is creatively bankrupt. You know what I mean? Because anyone who actually likes to make things would not think that way. Anyone who actually wants to make something, you know, would not be like, yeah, I can't wait for AI to replace this medium. That's so fucked up. So fucked up. So I think to think that kind of thing, truly, and you know what? Because they do lazy TikTok reactions, I mean that they probably are a creatively inadept person. You know what I mean? It's pretty sad.
Thanks to the plentiful water available here,
What TJ
this
said.
is a prime spot for conducting water-related research. The floating spheres, for example, have the potential to revolutionize logistics, but as they do not retain their shape for long, their use is limited to certain islands.
Water spheres? I think he means... Hang on. They have a name, Rauru. Water globule. It's my globule. Globule. But yeah, what TJ said I think is the most accurate. It's gotta be someone who does not have anything that they actually enjoy doing. Either that or they're just rage baiting. Probably. I mean, that's always a possibility. Right?
I have heard that the original reason for the lower gravity in this space was to reduce the jolts cargo could experience during transit. However, it has an additional use. It seems the Zora greatly enjoy the sensation of swimming through the sky.
That's fair. I also find the low grav stuff fun, so I don't blame them. Okay, there's the big old fishy one. There's the big old fishy one. We'll get over there. The Zora who evolved, enjoyed sky swimming, evolved into the Rito. Perhaps. Perhaps they did. Truly bungled that little climb. Truly. Just want to switch over to this one. Because this bow is strong. Very strong. Like how you can just get free bullet time in the low gravity stuff sections. I bet Link also enjoys that. Yeah, he does. I got too much stuff. Ah, Rock's feather. Takes me back. Whoop. Surprise! It's me! The fire rate on this bow feels so slow. I don't know. I don't know why. A little attack buff? I don't want that on it, but sure. Sure, we'll just take, and then we'll put and then there you go, that's a sword. That's a pretty nice sword. Anyways, fishy. That dirty 30. Yeah, man. Have you ever noticed that the fountain at Mifa Court is shaped like the Zora symbol? The Zora crest? Now you have. Don't start that again. Don't start the confusion. Alright.
I thought it very strange when I heard from the Zora that there was a fish in the sky, but now I see what they meant. They also told me to stand on the edge of the center platform and look out to the southwest, but Oh, I understand. Quite befitting the Zora.
See, that's the thing I was talking about. Anyways. Haha. He's talking about the little puzzle with the floating little rocks here. It's the tier of the Zora. Anyways. Of the Zora Kingdom. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. Now, we've still got quite a few to go. Tell you what, let's grab these 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then, once we do, after we do that, we're going to take a BRB. But we'll grab these 3 next little memories first. Also, Geek, welcome. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Somewhere here. Oh, yeah, just like 2 more feet in front of me. That's what...
A lot of debris is scattered in the area. It is likely that cargo was handled here and... Perhaps the strange shape of the container made it difficult to control the launch mechanism.
Okay. Okay. Such a shift in tone compared to Koga. That's very true. Koga's felt very... Koga's were very funny. It was more entertainment value. Raru's seemed a lot more thoughtful, but also, I mean, that fits the character, right? So it makes sense. It makes sense. Chilling while baby naps. We're at the in-laws, so I'm upstairs with the baby. Aw. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope the baby settles and chills and has a good nap. Bing.
This area was once known for the abundance of ore that could be mined from the numerous floating islands. Many gathered here to make their fortunes, though today only a few mines remain. The sight of ore deposits sparkling in the night sky, wonderful company at one side, is a better kind of fortune in any case.
That's cute. That's cute. He's talking about his lady. His wife. I still have a little bit of coffee left here. Will my mug fart? Yes, it will, apparently. Yes, it will. Oh, so the game loads too fast. I keep forgetting that. It loads fast now. I just want to fill up my coffee. He's a good sleeper. Oh, I am glad to hear. That's important. You know, he does have a soothing voice.
It is said that until the guardian of this labyrinth offered guidance, a soul would be set to wander these halls. Perhaps this was the room where those dishonest with themselves were judged, where the guardian of this place weighed the courage of a soul.
Interesting. I'm always curious about the guardians of the labyrinths, you know? Like, what's up with them? I need to know more. I gotta know more. How's progress here? Let's go into voice memories. Raru's, let's see, we found 26 out of only 35. Oh, shoot. There's less. Koga had what, 55? Mm-hmm. Raru is 35. There's less than I expected. I thought it would be about the same. Oh well. Charles is going outside for an hour to come back towards the end of the stream. All right, Charles, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoy your time outside, and we'll see you soon. Lord Norris, do you want to hear something effed up? They just laid off a bunch of people across Microsoft parties. Of course they did. And the CEO of Xbox said they should just use AI to get it over it. I love that. I so love that. What a tone-deaf response. Man, I cannot imagine being so lacking in empathy and humanity that I would say something like that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. There is a lot less ground to cover. That's true, Liam. A lot less. I feel like it's going to be up top again. So maybe it's best I go from like... Actually, no, I'm going to warp over here. Okay, I'm going to warp. We're warping. Oh, we be warping, all right. Oh, we be warping. And... Not everyone can be a Wada who literally was just a gamer at heart and run the company as such. I know. More people should be, though, I think. They should be. They should be. Alas. Even I think Nintendo could use an Iwata-like figure right now. Just saying. But anywho, dolls. I'm pretty sure we gotta go straight up from here. I'll just make myself a little thingy again. I know I said I was gonna get those 3. I guess we'll get this one more, and then... And then we go up. Going up. The sun is shining. I think, yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, doing so puts you more in touch with your consumer base, and I think that is a good thing. Personally. Maybe that's a weird hot take. I don't actually think it is, but... Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is my stick drifting? No. I legit had a panic where I was like, is my right stick drifting? No, it's the island itself that's moving. Just a small panic for a sec there. I didn't mean to press B. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Well, listen. I'm just gonna do this for a sec here. There we go. Haha, alright. Now, going up. This is what I call gameplay. Right here. The island drift. Cheating? It's not cheating to use the game's mechanics. One of the core gameplay mechanics. See, the islands themselves moving is like psyching me out, thinking that the... Yeah. Way to psych me out. Alright, let's, I'm gonna just once again land and let the batteries refill. I know we still got plenty of juice left. Still plenty of juice left in the tank. But you know. Oh, so you know how I was ranting about AI earlier? I'm gonna do it again a little bit. So here's a true story, is that there's a company that keeps emailing me, and I've told them to stop emailing me. But they're like, hey, we want to offer you money to do a sponsorship deal, but they want me to promote AI. And it's like, we're an AI marketing... It's literally an AI that's emailing me. It's like, I'm an AI marketing tool. We want to do this collaboration with you, so you can promote this thing. And it's like literally the thing that they're trying to get me to promote is an AI video editor. And I'm like, I'm a professional video editor. This is like, this is a literal insult. this is literally, this is so insulting. That would, like, what? I literally emailed them back and I said, this is an insult. You have no morals. Anyways, very funny. So anyways, you guys, don't mind me. I'm sticking to my guns on this one. And it kind of sucks. On the one hand, it sucks because I'm literally turning down hundreds of dollars to not do this sponsorship. But also, I don't want to do that. I don't wanna.
In a time when Zonai devices make it easy to overcome many of life's obstacles, the idea of flying through the sky without assistance, of overcoming one's fear of falling, has been dismissed as unnecessary idealism. But now that only my sister and I remain, I believe, with my whole being, that it is more important than ever to always strive to grow.
I kinda love that. I kind of love that. So it's funny is actually that was like the second email. So they had first emailed me a bunch of times, and then I finally replied, and I was like, "You no, you could not pay me to promote AI." That was literally my whole response. And then they were like, "Oh, you know, thanks for your candidness. Maybe we can work together to find something else to collaborate on." And then I ignored them for a few days. And then they kept emailing me, like literally daily kept emailing me. And then they just like kind of went back to doing the original request of promote this AI video editing tool and stuff. And I'm like, you're not even a person. Stop emailing me. Anyways, what a wild time we live. What a world we live in, man. You know, like, I also, like, I want to acknowledge that I'm in a very fortunate position that I can do this for a living, you know? Because, like, growing up, I did not think that was ever going to be a possibility, right? And here I am. And that's wonderful. I'm very fortunate. I am. But at the same time, it's like we are kind of, there's a term, what is it? The inshitification. We're making it worse. We were like building a better world, and then now people are like, hey, I got money from this thing. Let's make more money and make everything worse. Yeah, but that's like 10 people, and everyone else gets the short end of the stick, and life sucks. Anyway, so, all right. There's a thought to simmer on. We're gonna continue this. Get the rest of Raru's little voice memories in a moment. I'm enjoying Raru's quite a lot, actually. I think he's a good egg, this one. However, we're gonna take a quick bathroom break real quick here, just for a moment, folks. So we'll be right back in a moment. Everybody go pee, go grab a snack, wash your hands, whatever you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. We'll be back in not but a moon. BRB. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a relieving little break. Hope it was a good one. And, I have a smoothie, so life's good again. I know I just had this whole thing where I said, like, things were bad. But now I have a smoothie and things are good again. So, AFOS needs to use the sleep. Oh, no. It's okay if you need to sleep. It's okay. Sleep if you gotta sleep. Also, Liam. Oh, it's chilly. It's cold. Liam's gotta be going. Thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend as well. Hope it's a good weekend. I'm just gonna put that ruby shield. Ruby shield. I don't wanna. That's fair. That's fair as well. That's fair. I often don't want to go to sleep.
I have heard that until a soul here receives guidance from the Labyrinth's guardian, it will wander this maze. Perhaps it was here, then, that the Guardian of Wisdom, with their keen mind, would pass judgment on those who deceived others.
I want to know more about this. Why aren't I allowed to know more? Alas. Okay, so looks like the Stormwind arc has at least one. Hard to say. This one might be down below. This one is definitely on Stormwind arc, though, right? Probably. Yeah, let Hylia snuggle. It is the law. It's the law. You must. Think it's in here?
Ah, I think I remember. When a Zonai tumbled, Rito Wings gave chase. In thanks for their salvation, the Stormwind Arc was made. A gift given from the Zonai, and the Rito filled with joy. It is an old legend of my people. Could this be that vessel?
Yeah, bro. Of course it is. Now, I'm looking at this one on the little map. Perhaps it is below. Because there is a set of islands directly below here. I love the rising island chain, though. Such a great area. Oop. Yes.
I traveled here on a quest to cleanse evil, and Sonia has accompanied me. However, I had not considered how challenging it would be to traverse this path. If I had my sister's power, I could perhaps move this vessel.
Interesting. Very interesting. Game pretty, though. Why is game so pretty? She licked your eyeball? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does that mean the Minoru had Ultra Hand? And that's why she was building things? That's a good question. But it's Raru's arm. Oh, I don't know. That's a great question. Why didn't he just take his sister's arm the same way he gave Link his? Now, now that's also a good question. Even Link's wondering that. He's like, look at him stretching. What a good man. I love him. Anyways, very curious. Okay, so of course it's gonna be this one again. I think it'll be fastest if we actually launch from the tower to get there. I think. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I think so. I don't know. No. Ah, game is pretty. I mean everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. So yeah, we can just drift on over here. Drifting on over. Meow, meow, meow. What's my favorite Wilds era NPC? Beetle's a good choice. Cass is also a very good choice. I do really like Cass. I don't know where he is, but I miss him. That's a tough question. That's too difficult. Too difficult a question. I'll get back to you on that one. But let me know if you've got a fave as well. Ding. Ooh.
The ceremony held here was a trial of heart, strength, and technique. There was a time where everyone who came of age would undertake this test. But as Zonai devices developed and spread, only those wishing to challenge their courage would take part. I wonder if this island will ever see a new challenger.
Interesting. And also spleesh. I have spleeshed. Spleesh. But oh my gosh, he remembers me. You have returned, he says. Thanks, little guy. Okay. Now, just over here, we got one just over yonder. You die. Oh no. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay. Pepper says hello. Life is good. going double up. Up twice. Be dead. Thank you. Look, there's a fish. They're struggling, these fish. They're having a struggle. Ding.
This island is a training site for those who carry the power of light. By practicing at length with this power, one can grow strong enough to overcome great evil. Ah, to recall all the times I had visited this place in my youth.
Interesting. All right. Next up, looks like this guy. Looks like this guy's the way. How many people have the power of light, right? Maybe it's a Zonai thing. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Probably Sonia. Yeah. Maybe it's a rare thing, but like... I have hiccups. But, you know... But, like, not something that's totally unique.
Though this island was originally used as a place to store things, it has been a long time since it fulfilled that role. And while the island lacks an official name, many have come to call it Starview Island. As for me, the only real stars are those sparkling in Sonia's eyes.
Aww. Why has he gotta be so cute about that? Why? Okay, looks like, is it only those two left? Okay. Dang. 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 Over so soon. Robbers have been interesting though, you know? Truly interesting. But I want more. Oh, no, okay. It's right here. We got it.
This island was intended to be a fortress with a strong wall, but it seems to be collapsing faster than other islands. I wonder if the dry climate of the Gerudo region is at fault. Regardless, I should commission a maker construct to help as soon as possible. It would be a disaster if the island fell to the surface.
Fair. I thought there's too much down below, but alright. So was the last one over by this? This is the only labyrinth we haven't been to today, so let's just go have a look over here, over yonder. You know. Okay. Ding.
There are stories that claim a soul will wander these halls until the Guardian of Power, said to reach from depths to sky it was so large, has cleansed them of their pride. Perhaps it was in this room that judgment was passed on those overly boastful of their power.
Interesting. Guys, I just realized something. I'm running low on bombs. I'm running low on bombs. See. I'm gonna run out of bombs if I'm not careful. I need to get more. Anyways, I killed the chat box by accident just for that joke. Oops. Oops. It's okay. It's on the way back. It's coming back. Super low. I should have just moved it instead of hiding it, but how could I let my bombs get so low? I know. It's almost as bad as my zonite supply. But, you know, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll manage. So, I guess that's all of Raru's voice memories. Bing. 35 discovered. Look at that. All of them done. We done did it. We got him. We got him, folks. So, that took about half the time that it took to get all of Koga's. But I think a lot of these were closer to warp points or fast travel points than Koga's were, I guess. So, I guess we might as well just start into, you know, we're all here already. We might as well just start into doing these ones. Because why not, right? Because why not? The only question is where to start. Because there's way more of Zelda's than, Raru's and Sonia's. Or not Sonia's, Koga's. Well, we can always start at Lookout Landing, right? Right? And then, like, Castletown? Or... Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Look at landing. So, let's make this small again. It doesn't need to be that big. It doesn't need to be that big. It only needs to be a little big. Just a normal size. You know. You know. Ooh, okay. I can put my usual fit back on. Take the feather out your ear. Hair. Oh, there we go.
This is one of the Skyview towers that Purah designed to aid in the restoration of Hyrule. Though it is not quite finished, we have Hudson Construction to thank for how quickly it is coming along. Now, if only Purah could have similar success finding any volunteers to use the paraglider to survey the land from above.
If only. If only. Now. Actually, now I should be able to check if I go into here. Yeah, there we go. How many there are. 150! Wasn't it only like 120 in Breath of the Wild? Actually, I can check that. I can literally, I'm on the app, I can check it. 125, yeah. So there you go. There's even more here. Connected. Great. Okay. Cool beans. Oh, it's a little shooting star, a little star fragment landing. Is it down here? Yes. Kinda.
When I told Purah of my plan to venture beneath the castle to investigate the gloom, she expressed strong opposition. That Link would accompany me did not sway her in the slightest. It was only my suggestion to establish an outpost here, a place to observe the gloom from and to reach the hidden path beneath the castle, that earned her begrudging acceptance.
Okay. You know what I've just realized? This big telescope is here, right? Is the one that was at Hateno removed to move it here? I'll have to check that. We could go check it. Is it in here? In Pura's house? Yes. Oh, Muzu. Ah. Muzu jump scare.
There are many things we can learn from history. After all, we would not have known to prepare for the calamity if we had not studied ancient relics from our past. Knowing this, and having seen the passion of the archaeologists I've met on my travels, I have decided to form a team to survey ancient ruins and texts across Hyrule. I am sure there are many things we can learn from them as we restore the land.
That's a nice one. That's nice. Wait. Okay, there's one just south of Lookout Landing here. Whoop! This is my horse. By the way. Unfortunately, I don't have Horse Natsu on this save. But that's okay. We'll manage. We'll manage. Oop. Bing! There it is. Easy.
It is critical that we repair Hyrule's roads and bridges. Unfortunately, despite the efforts of Hudson Construction and the Stable Association, we lack the labor to tackle this task. We are blessed with abundant resources, however, so we've established material caches dedicated to the rebuilding efforts and made them freely available.
How nice. I think we ought to grab the ones in Castletown as well. You know, while we're close by already. It makes the most sense to just zip on over. Oh, I see.
A memorial. It is said that spirits who are weighed down with regret when they pass on sink deep beneath the ground and wander in search of light. I will place similar memorials at scenes of great loss and pray they will bring light to those wandering souls.
And then there's those things. Anyways, you know what I've just realized, which I don't think I would. I don't know if I would have. Anyways, I don't know if I've looked closely enough at this before. But I think it's actually, this text box is actually fully written out. I dedicate this monument to the memory of the souls lost to the calamity. Zelda. Like, I think that's actually the Hylian script. If you look at the word structure, and there's a few characters that I am not super good at reading Hylian script, but there's a few characters I know the underlined A is A, or the underlined triangle is an A. Pretty sure this is just Zelda's name. I think they legit. I've translated things before. I've talked about it in one of the previous streams. But I usually have to have like a guide in front of me. But if you just look at the word structure, the shape of the words, the amount of characters in each word, I think it's safe to say that that is actually verbatim what's written out there. That's a neat deet. A neat deet, yo. I definitely needed to ride my horse that far. 100%. Fountain.
Though the central square has lain in ruins for a long time, I can still recall the bustling activity of the castle town like it was yesterday. At the center of this space was the fountain, fed by an underground waterway, though I suppose that has run dry.
An underground waterway, you say? Okay, as for the ones up in the castle, I'm not so sure yet. But let's ride around. There's the prison moat one, and then there's also the cathedral over there as well. So much easier to navigate without all the big old malice puddles blocking the way. Who lit that fire? There's a cooking pot that was lit. How curious. Do I use Intel? So I have a Silicon Mac. So I've been pretty pleased with it. So Apple Silicon. Yar. Mm-hmm. Aha.
Ever since I was a child, I was always forbidden from crossing the bridge over the moat to reach Castletown Prison. So today is the first time I have ever set foot here. The calamity has not spared this place, leaving behind only these scorched columns. But perhaps that is for the best. Perhaps Hyrule no longer has need of a prison.
Cool. Very nice. I think that was referenced in the Breath of the Wild memory as well, where she mentioned not being allowed over to the prison. I think, unless I'm misremembering and my brain is just tricking me. You know? Could be, could be. Now, let's go to the cathedral. Hyrule Cathedral? Or is it Hylia Cathedral? It's Hyrule Cathedral. That's what I'm yes. You know. You know. There's some dazzle fruit up there. It's okay. I'm not hurting on dazzle fruit, I guess. not hurting for very many materials, in fact. Doing research on building custom PC for gaming and content creating, so I was curious what I use. Intel Core Ultra 265 or AMD Ryzen. So yeah, I've heard Ryzen is good. I might not be the best person to ask, to be honest with you. I certainly am not the most tech savvy guy. Not that I think I'm like, you know, terrible, but I don't think I'm incompetent, but I'm not, I don't consider myself an expert in that field. You know what I mean? But I actually have been thinking that I might need to upgrade my own desktop because I've been finding it has worked really well up until I start using, if anything, I struggles with editing 4K stuff. It's not even a struggle, is that it just takes a little longer, maybe like a second or two longer to load than it would for like a 1080p video, you know? But those seconds add up.
The ruins of Hyrule Cathedral. I often came here to pray that my powers would finally awaken. Though this place does bring me comfort, I also feel bitter at my many unanswered prayers.
And that's fair. Poor Zelda. If only she wasn't put under so much pressure. But alas. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been so much of an issue that it's like unmanageable. It's just like, you know, just sometimes takes a sec to load, and then it but it works, you know. But I've also had this computer for a few years now, and then obviously technology improves pretty quick. So
This forest park was the direct responsibility of the royal family, cared for and built upon by each successive generation of rulers. Though it has been partially destroyed by fire, that does not spell the end of our ancestors' legacy. In fact, I believe I caught sight of some new growth emerging already.
yay, that's great. I love that for you, Zeldo. It's gonna be overkill smacking these guys with any of the weapons I already have here. Like any of them. Oh well. Wait, can I get both these red guys in one shot with this multi-shot bow? That's what I'm gonna try and do. Just gotta line up the angle. Because I think... There we go. Cool. Bada bing boom. We got him. We got him, folks. We got him. Okay. Now. Well, we could just continue. Look, there's a bunch over here. And then I can get this this location over here that I was missing before. There's one in the castle I'm also missing, but we'll get that later. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, horse. Great job, thanks. Computer artwork can get expensive. That's very true. That's very true. So very true. Things cost money. That's the moral of the story. we're just having a little ride. Having a little ride. Oh yeah. Hang on, let me just. Oh sorry. Oh sorry. That's what I meant to do. It didn't work. It's because of the rain, I know. I'm not gonna be able to get this just to stand, right? Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. How dare you do that to my bananas? Just can't resist trolling them. Where did the bananas go anyways? There's an arrow over here. Yep, that happened. All right. That guy just fell out of the sky. I feel like I'm wasting my arrows here, jeez. Anyways. You ever just troll the Yiga? Because I do. I do enjoy doing that a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, right. The things I was looking for.
Although the soldiers at the training camp fought back, this settlement was burned to the ground by a single rampaging guardian. The loose ground has left little trace of the heroic battle they waged. I pray their brave spirits have found peace with Goddess Hylia.
Oh. Legit, though. But sad. So sad. It amazes you that you can still try it. You gotta admire their tenacity, for sure. Very, very much so. Or stubbornness, perhaps? I don't know. Wait, okay. No, alright, I just had to move like a foot to the left. Cool.
I'll always remember Woodland Stable. It is where I saw the president of the Stable Association's grandson swinging a baton around. It seems he has formed a band, gathering one musician after another. While his mannerisms are clumsy, others are enthralled by his appearance and enthusiasm. Once I have finished my investigation, I should try to see them perform.
Aw, she didn't get to actually see them perform. This guy's nose is insane. He's got a good sense of style, though, I guess. Or it is a sense of style, for sure. It just, can I see your face? Look at this guy's nose, man. Man, his mustache, our music notes. Okay. Let's go up this way, because I saw one was up more this way. Yeah, military training camp area. Hold on. Okay. Whoop. Up here? Yes, up here.
This was an important training camp in the days before the calamity. It is said that when the calamity occurred, all of the veteran soldiers had been deployed and only trainees remained here. Despite their inexperience, the brave trainees worked together and defeated a guardian. I pray their souls have found peace.
A guardian, a single guardian. Am I understanding that right? Oh, Greg! Greg is watching over them. And over us. Okay, now we're gonna follow the path carefully with our horse. Very carefully, because there's a chasm. You gotta watch out for the chasm. You know. You gotta be careful. Maybe I should leave my horse. Seems a little dangerous. Do I have go fast food? A little bit. Okay, speed! I'm a speedy boy. But also easily winded boy. Okay, speed. More speeding. Speedy speed. Speed. All right.
Once you pass through the Lost Woods, you'll arrive at the forest where the great Deku tree lives. When I first visited here, I could hardly move from fright, but Mother soothed my fears by pointing out that where I saw scary twisted trees, she saw interesting, expressive faces. That is when I truly learned the value of appreciating different perspectives.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, there we go. And I got the map marker to boot. Let's actually just warp on into... When fog overtakes us, we can warp back into Korok Forest. Over, just a little bit over. You know, as one does. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Okay.
When Link was on the brink of death, had it not been for your voice to guide me, I wouldn't be here now. Though I cannot hear your voice anymore, I still offer you my thanks. It is because of you that the world was saved. Please, rest here and heal your wounds.
Interesting. So I get the impression, oh, actually, hold on. Hold on.
I have visited this place and the great Deku tree countless times, but the very first was shortly after I was born, when the great Deku tree blessed me with a cherry blossom bud. It bloomed above my head, proving I had inherited the power of the goddess. Though Father was joyful at this, Mother's reaction was mixed. There was difficulty and pain in the journey that lay ahead for me, but I am, in the end, happy to have been blessed with this power.
Interesting and cute. Map percentage now 99.95%. There's still that one room in the castle to get, but maybe we'll wait a bit. I don't know if I should save the castle for last or not, but it's a thought. You know, feels like a good ending point for getting all these, right? Right? I get the impression that these memories are between games, right? Because Zelda's voice memories in Breath of the Wild were very clearly, pardon me, sorry, pre-Calamity. Koga's kind of bridged the two games. They seem to have started right as he got knocked down the chasm in Breath of the Wild. So.
Typhlo Ruins was once covered in darkness. Perhaps it disappeared along with the shrine and the trial. Regardless, these large ruins were almost certainly unexplored thanks to that darkness. With it gone, dedicated research of this site can begin in earnest.
Interesting. So here's my takeaway from this one. I remember when I was streaming this game regularly still, which was not that long ago, there was some debate about the name of this place. Thyphlo. I had always called it Typhlo Ruins. Someone pointed that H out to me, and I was like, great, it's Typhlo. It's actually Thyphlo. Why though? But she just said Typhlo in her she didn't say TH. So it's like it's a T sound. So I feel a little vindicated, actually. I was secretly right without even knowing it. That's the takeaway here. But also the lore thing is cool. But H is silent in Zonai. It has to be. That's the answer. That must be it, right? Hey, man. I just some of that marbled rock roast. Ooh, ouch. Pain. Pain. It hurts. I don't want to break it on his shield. You know what I mean? BRB? How could you? I mean, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Have a good BRB, I guess. I see. I won't hold it against you. Bye, Ren. Goodbye forever. Yeah, long throw. Long throw. I'll show you a long throw. That was a pretty long throw, actually. Pretty good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think I want to check out... There's a bunch in Hateno, so I didn't mean to zoom in that far. There's a bunch. Bunch in Hateno. So let's... First, I want to also see if that... that telescope is missing. Or if it's still there. I don't remember. I cannot believe that I don't remember, but I... Oh, okay, hey, look, here's the thing. Here's the memory.
It seems that when the Calamity was defeated, all of the ancient relics here at the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab turned to dust and disappeared. All that remains are replicas of the originals, and with those gone, these are even more valuable. They will doubtlessly help tell future generations of the history of Hyrule.
Yeah, okay. So the telescope is gone. It is... The telescope at Lookout Landing is the one from here, and they've taken it and moved it to Lookout Landing. So I wonder how that process went. But also, man, we're really doubling down on that one, huh? Oh, that was lucky. I was not sure which floor it would be on.
Pura has used the blackboard in her room to write out the details of how she reversed her physical age. I still can't believe she got the idea from sheep's fat. Regardless,
What?
it seems she quickly got bored of her childhood form. It is amusing that, despite 100 years passing and Pura growing old, then young, then a little older, she hasn't changed in at least one way. She will become obsessive about something, yet grow tired of it quickly.
Okay, so Pura has ADHD. That's fine. That's all right. What do you mean sheep's fat, though? What do you think this says? I think the texture's too blurry to actually make it out. I'm gonna go down to the beach. A good shield, surfing shield. We need a shield, surfing shield to surf on. Oop. It's a little rough. It's a little bumpy. Goat's milk is good for the skin. Oh. Maybe it's a play on that? Maybe. That would make some sense. Ta-da! This place.
Even though 100 years have passed, and so many things have happened, this place hasn't changed a bit. Its enduring nature has shown me that it's all right not to force change.
Okay. They didn't increase the resolution, right? Shame. Shame. What a sham and a scam. What a sham and a scam. Shamana skamana. I'm gonna bow out now. All right, Bradley, no worries. Have yourself a good one. Thanks for hanging out. And enjoy Kirby, man. It's great. It's a good game. Have a good time. The cheese house.
I will forever associate Hateno pasture with the meal I had here 100 years ago. However, when I returned recently and inquired after the recipe, no one seemed to know what I was referring to. Could that unforgettable dish be lost to time?
No, we brought back cheese. It's okay. We brought back cheese. You can tell how, sort of like the state of a culture or of a civilization, based on how they are relative to cheese. For example, Hateno was doing well pre-Calamity. They had cheese. Calamity happened. The world was in a pretty rough state. No cheese. And then the land is healing again post Calamity being defeated, and then they had cheese again. We call this the cheese index. Also, I'm making all of this up. It just totally made everything up, but that's fine.
Kochi Dye Shop here in Hateno Village specializes in dyes. The owner, Sage, stuck his own head into his dyeing machine and turned his trademark red hair black. Apparently it happened while he was working on an idea he got from some drawings his son Safaro made. I must admit, I am intrigued with what he's up to.
It's this thing. I'm guessing. Right? Probably. It's nice that Lasley shows up here now, after that side quest, you know?
That people have time to consider and enjoy fashion is a sure sign that life is returning to normal in Hyrule. I'm sure much of the credit for the interest in fashion is thanks to Cece's determination and inspiration. I hear the idea for the mushroom pattern came to her when she visited Terrytown in Akala.
Terrytown, really? Wait. Is the mushroom pattern inspired by Hudson's head and weird haircut? Is that what she's getting at here? Is that the implication here? She said, I like the shape of that guy's head. But I can't market that very well. Mushrooms we can market. This school makes a lot of sense to have a memory here, right? Yep. School. Hyrule School.
I pray that as the restoration work continues, Hateno School will become a place where children can find many paths toward their futures, that it will shine as a beacon of hope for generations to come.
How quaint. How nice. Okay. Mishi.
I always feel at home when I am in Hateno Village. The smells of well-tended soil and freshly cut grass, the refreshing breeze coming off Mount Lanayru washing over me, the sound of children at play in the village. I am so glad to see life slowly returning to normal here.
How cozy. It's so cozy. Oh, so yeah, like Michael Game Chops, there's that. They did have a great Hateno lo-fi track as well. So great. I love it. Time to go for lunch. Alright, Rin, have a good lunch. Have a good lunch. We'll see you later. Is it not? Like, I'm looking at this. Oh, I see. It's down this way. Oh, he's probably at the statue, or where the statue used to be, right? Yeah.
A strange horned statue. It suddenly spoke to me, calling itself a dealer in life and power, and I felt an overwhelming sensation, like my life was being drained away. But just as suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck the statue, toppling it into the water. That feeling... I do not think the statue had good intentions. It is best left submerged.
What? That's wild. Also, check out this shadow. Wait, it's not doing it now. The shadow was... There was pop-in on the... I don't know. It stopped now, I guess. Oh, wait. There it is. Boop. Boop. What a time. Good Jorb sign. Alright, Link's house. Alright, aka Zelda's house. Link's old house.
This room feels a little lonely, so I've decided to decorate it with pictures of the people and places I encountered on my travels. And also, with the memories of my dearest friends.
Don Dons. Humps. Magda. Had to be a Magda picture in there. The goat guy. It's actually funny because these pictures all hint towards a bunch of different side quests. You know? There's also this here. Which, by the way, this only shows up if you have a save file with Breath of the Wild save data. That where if you've... It's only there if you completed that DLC. Okay, so I'm looking at... Looks like the well is going to be... Is going to be it, right?
While we were digging a well, I came upon a hidden room. It may have been connected to the main building at one time, but it seems it was forgotten as years passed. Still, it could be used again, with a little work on the more decayed areas. I imagine something precious was once stored in that treasure chest. What could I put there?
Also, these are cute. The school. Got a cow. Some, you know, the windmills. Someone drew Zelda. She got a book. That's cute. That's cute. Little kids' drawings. Little kids' drawings. Okay, so that's all the Hateno ones. Okay, let's go here. Mount Lanayru. Mount Lanayru. And then we'll do Lurlin after, actually. Oh, it's cold. It's still cold. Ah. It's probably just at the spring, though, huh? I forgot my snow boots. It's okay, we won't be up here for long. Not for long. Wee.
The last time I descended this mountain, the powers I had inherited were still beyond my grasp. The calamity was soon to come, with all its despair and destruction. But now, thanks to the flame of hope kept alive by the champions, by Link, I can do my utmost for everyone.
That's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there's a bunch leading up to Zora's domain as well. Terrytown and such. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Let's zip over here. Brr, it's cold in here. There must be a dragon in the atmosphere. Yes, I love that. Love it. Okay. Now. we are gonna do this. But I once more even, because we still have about an hour before we gotta end this stream here. So let's take another little quick BRB. So sorry, folks, to do this to you again. We'll be back. Don't worry. Get some Lurelin Village memories, and then I guess I'll go up Tuft Mountain too. But yeah, it'll be good. We'll be back. Grab a snack, have a drink, wash your hands, go pee. Not necessarily in that order. And BRB. Welcome back, friends. Hope you had a relieving little break. We're back. Gonna get that there, some of those ones, you know? You know those ones. You know the things. We're just gonna slide. We're gonna slide on over. Yeehaw!
Lurelin Village was once a small fishing center, but apparently the rise in monsters has driven many of the villagers away from fishing. Now it hosts travelers, attracting them as a sort of resort with its beautiful scenery and delicious food. The village may have changed, but its people are some of the warmest I know. I feel a wonderful calm visiting here.
Quaint. I love it. I love it. Look at this crab. He's having a great day. Look at this crab. Oh. Turn, man. Hey, how you doing, Crabbo? Yeah, what food are you thinking of ordering, Lindsay? What's for food? Ooh.
The goddess statue in Lurelin village is now worshipped as the guardian of the ocean. I believe it used to be thought of as the guardian of fishing, but it seems that as the number of fishers shrank here, the role of the goddess statue has changed along with the village itself. Not everyone can adapt to the changes that life brings. There is much we can learn from the people of this village.
Interesting. Interesting. Low-key want pizza, but also fries. All good choices. All yummy choices.
It seems they turned an abandoned ship hull into a house, even using palm trees to hold the ship in place. It has become something of a local landmark, as well as a place for guests to stay. Considering its size, it really does make sense they would use it as an inn.
Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. Almost. I mean, task failed successfully, I guess, right? It's nice that they built this around the tree. No need to cut the tree down. You know?
I was amazed at the delicious food I was treated to by the fantastic cook here. It seems she traveled far and wide in Hyrule, gathering an incredible 228 recipes before getting married and settling down. I suggested she open a restaurant, and while she seemed to laugh at the idea, I saw a quiet pride at the compliment.
That's nice. That's cute. My shield's gonna break. It's gonna break. Any day now. I guess not. It's a beautiful day in Lurelin. Man, look at this. Look at the views. I want to live here, man.
When the head of Lurelin village asked me how he might raise awareness about his village, I immediately thought of this place. Cornet Beach has such long stretches of sand, and it's free of coral reefs. I thought perhaps some sort of playground that incorporates the ocean would be a wonderful addition. But no, it really is an outlandish idea. I couldn't even bring myself to suggest it.
Haha. Totally outlandish. Gosh, it's really beautiful. Man. Okay. I gotta stop gushing? I don't know. There's one right at the tip of the thing. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go Tough Mountain first, though, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go that way first. Lurlin's one of your faves. That's a cultured take. I need this shield to break. Yeah, please break. Okay, well, I think we'll get it to break this way. This will definitely do the trick, right? In theory. We're just gonna get up to this ledge, and then we're gonna rocket up the rest of the way. Rocket shield. Never mind. Kind of a waste of a rocket there. Alright, we're still gonna rocket up. Just not the way that I was originally planning. Well, no, I did want the shield to break, so, I mean, I got... Careful what you wish for, right? You know? Yeah, you know, just careful what you wish for. Did I drop something by mistake, or did I? No, I broke it, right? I did break it, and then I picked something up to long throw, and then I didn't keep it. Yeah, okay, so we're good, we're good. I just, you know. Something? Oh. Oh, I see. I'm being attacked. Oh, no, no, wait. The loot. No. That's fine. This is fine. It's okay. It's alright. It's totally okay. Game's sure pretty. I swear. You know, I keep thinking about how pretty Breath of the Wild is to look at, but then I think, like, somehow they made it more pretty in this game. I don't know how they did it. But, I really thought this would be where the thing is. Oh, it's on the other side. There we go. Little heart pond.
I have heard stories about a heart-shaped pond, known as the Lover's Pond. I am almost certain it wasn't here before. Although, this place was once thought of as the wish-making mountain, and I hear many people would visit. Perhaps all their wishes manifested as the pond. Some may laugh at this idea, but I think I like it.
Gosh, look at the views! I love it. It's just, it's so beautiful. It's birdiful. It's birdiful.
There was a time when Tuft Mountain was famous for binding two people's destinies together. However, that legacy seems to have been forgotten as time passed. Standing here, taking in the magnificent scenery, I feel all my worries melting away, like how a setting sun slowly melts into the horizon.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Man. Can't wait to see what a Zelda fully developed Switch 2 is going to look like. Ah, gosh, right? Right? How many Koroks have I found? Well. All of them. All of them. Yeah, let's go over here. Cape Crescia, I think it's called. Yes, it is. Go over to Cape Crescia. Crepe Crescia sounds great, though. I just need to admire the view for a sec. Gosh. Ugh. Okay. Crepe Crescia, here we go. You're not crazy. It is bigger. It has one extra swirl. It has four layers instead of 3. They gave you. They said, "Oh, you did it again? You get a slightly bigger poop this time." That's the Zelda devs trolling you. Is what that is. Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, I need to put it out a little more into the water, I guess. Here we go. It felt like it was a little faster than walking. Just a little bit faster. It's actually significantly faster, but you know. Never mind that, you know. Link's feet getting just a little damp here. Just a little bit. It's cool, it's cool, he's chill. He chill. So LPS said, how did they make it so damn pretty? Talking about the landscape, I'm sure. But for some reason in my head, I combined it with Aghanim's chat above yours. And I thought you were asking, how did they make Hestu's poop so damn pretty? And I was like, huh? What do you mean? And then I was like, I had to double take the chat there. I had to double take on that one and be that, oh, no, I just misread that. So anyways, my mistake. It was just a little oopsie. Oops. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the one on Cape Crest. And is there one on Eventide? There is one on Eventide, so we'll grab both those. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. We're scraping on the floor, the ground. Well, you know what though? I'm gonna just scoop this fan too. And I'm gonna kill these guys too, because you know what? I don't need to per se. Hey guys, get in your little formation. Get in your little formation. Get in your. Okay. You take that back. Ooh, oopsie, oopsie. Did it myself. Here's the thing. Is the rain is a pretty tough thing to contend with. Oh, there goes my bow. My bow broke. My bow. Poke. It just got a little poke. Just a little poke. Poke. Just like that. Excuse me, I just need to... Thank you. Oof. Oh, oop. Sorry, you got me there. You got me there. Listen, I just needed to pick up your friend's dismembered horns and stuff, you know? Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong of me? Hey, Lazy Arnie, welcome as well. Good morning. Those time zones, man. Take it back. Get out of here, Keese. Dang it. Shouldn't have let the Keese distract me. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Hang on, let's see if he'll throw his friend again. Hang on. I remember someone asked me this a while ago, and I did test it off stream. Hang on, I'll just kill this guy, so there's just the one left. I can't remember who it was. Someone asked me to test out if... when he throws a Boko... Okay, hang on a sec. Like months ago, someone asked me to test. When they throw the Boko, can you parry it? The answer is yes. But, oh yeah, good, he's doing it. But he didn't even throw the guy close to me. Dude, aim better. Aim better so I can show this. Also, I don't want this. Anyways, the answer is yes, but I still want to show you. I still want to do it. Okay, dude, you can't throw him behind me! The problem is this guy sucks at throwing, apparently. Gosh, good thing this is not master mode. Bro, throw the guy. Throw him. Yeah, pick him up. No, that's a... Oh, dude, pick up your buddy. Pick him up. Moblin style. Come on. Come... Are you okay? Alright, pick him up. Pick him up. Yep, great. Okay, that was not the perfect parry. That was funny, though. It did hit him, but... That time, that was me mistiming it. Okay, here we go again. Okay, dude! Dude! He needs... Alright. I've done it, I promise. Okay, you're overshooting this throw. This guy sucks at throwing. I know it's hard to throw a wiggling guy. You know, I probably have it in here, though, in my saved, No, wait, upload. Yeah. I'm sure I took a video of it. No screenshots or videos found. That's a lie! How can that be? That actually makes 0 sense. Look at this. Tears of the Kingdom. No screenshots or videos found, but that's a big fat lie. Because if we look through here, my album, well, there's a lot of Breath of the Wild in there too, but... Oh yeah, wait, where's all my stuff? Oh, but no, but see, look, this is literally Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe it had something to do with that I had my users. I have no idea now. I'm sure I had taken a video of it when I did it, though. I don't know why I've really latched onto this now. This, like, random thing to do. I have no idea. Anyways, it's fine. I don't want to... I'm, like, determined to make this work. I'm, like, determined. Y'all need to... Alright. You missed your chance to get parried, buddy. Wait, who's Perry? Oh, it's a good thing I got some... Oof. The answer is a platypus. Anyways, I can only do that for so long. Sorry to say. Okay, now I got 2 of them. Spleesh. Spleesh. Is it gay to parry the homies? Yeah, that's why I want to do it. Oh, hold on. This had disconnected because I went to the home menu. I always forget that happens. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. People have been talking about Ocarina of Time remake every 2 days for the last 15 years. That is also true. This is also true. You know, so it's funny about Ocarina of Time. There are some games where, personally, I don't feel like they need a remake because the game is super playable. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to just go back and replay it as it is, if that makes sense. I didn't even think the 3DS one was necessary to begin with, right?
Cape Cressia was once known as
Yeah.
the Demon King's Claw, and many villagers feared this place. But the name has fallen out of use as time has passed. I myself have walked the length of this area, and I didn't feel anything particularly evil about it. Probably another reason the name is largely unused today. I wonder where the name originated from.
There we go. Slap. A little follow-up on one of the Breath of the Wild memories. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, like, I do remember as well on that topic, like, for example, Super Metroid. I remember a lot of people talking about Super Metroid Remake being a thing. And I'm like, well, I don't need it. Game's already perfect, you know? There are exceptions, though. Like, of course, example I'll use, Link's Awakening Remake. I felt like that was a game that, frankly, really benefited from a remake because there were problems that, or like things about the original that I was bothered by that got sort of corrected in the remake. So there are cases, but like I don't think there's anything like that in Ocarina of Time, for example. You know what I mean? I'm happy to replay my N64 copy still. I don't know. If they came out with one and it was gorgeous and whatever, would I play it? Would I buy it and play it? Probably, yeah, but maybe that makes me a hypocrite, but I don't know. But I'm not pining for it either. You know, it'd be like, oh, that's a nice thing if it came, but I'm not like hungry for it either. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Oracle of Agents and Seasons would be games that would really benefit from a remake for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
100 years ago, Eventide Island was filled with monsters and impossible to safely approach. Link came along to protect me, but he suddenly covered his eyes the moment we landed. Fortunately, it seems all the monsters vanished with the calamity. Regardless, when I asked him what he was doing, he said the last time he was here, he had been stripped of all his possessions when he arrived. He could have mentioned that possibility before I set foot on the shore.
Yes. That's funny. Actually, so I had forgotten about it till this memory kicked in. This is one of the ones, I mentioned this previously. This is one that got spoiled for me. Because people were posting a bunch of voice memory stuff online, and this, I guess, was a humorous enough one. So I had I was one of the few ones that I had actually heard before. But I do think it's funny. It's cute, chivalrous of Link, perhaps, even, to be like, oh, I don't want to accidentally peep on ya. You know? I ain't peeping, and that's good. Boyfriend won't play Ocarina of Time, your favorite game of all time, because of the clunky camera controls, so I'd like a remake for him to finally play it. Maybe that's close-minded of him. He should play it, because, you know, the camera control's not as clunky. I guess depends on how... So, here's the thing. Some time ago, my son had expressed interest in playing it. I offered to get him the 3DS remake. He was like, no, I want to play the N64 version. It was on Switch, on NSO, so he played it that way, right? Initially, he booted up, and he struggled with the camera controls greatly. And it was very much turning him off the game. And then I gave him the N64 controller that comes on Switch, or that you can get, the N64 controller for Switch. And immediately, having that control in his hand, it clicked for him. And just being able to recenter the camera with Zed. Because his muscle memory kept defaulting to try to use the right stick to maneuver the camera. Once you take that stick away, suddenly it became way more intuitive for him. And so then he really took to the game in like a huge way. and I loved it, and it was a proud papa moment. So I don't know, maybe it depends on what platform he's playing it on. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe, I don't know. Food for thought, though.
Lakeside Stable is the closest stable to where I first discovered the creatures I have named Don-Dons. I found them
Don-Dons!
deep in the jungle, and I knew I had to do what I could to protect them. I believe they use the rock-like bumps on their backs as a way to conceal themselves, but that is all I have learned so far. I think I will spend some more time observing them.
Don-Dons. Don-Dons. The NSO versions do have sensitivity issues. Yeah, the stick sensitivity is way too high on NSO, and that is an issue. Absolutely, it's a bad issue. A rather frustrating one, because it does make aiming way more difficult than it's supposed to be. Alas, yeah, that's legit. He recently just beat Majora's Mask for the first time as well. So, my little burger child, he's doing good. He's doing good things. But yeah, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. It's funny because he beat Ocarina of Time for the first time years ago, and he couldn't quite get through Majora's Mask because it's a little harder. But now he did.
Long ago, I was too scared to enter the Spring of Courage. Not even just as a child, though then I could at least blame the intimidating message on the stone statue. Those who lack courage will be eaten by a dragon. But even as an adult, I always worried that I wasn't brave enough. Today, I think I can investigate every corner of this place without fear.
I mean, big dragon statue. The spring is in the mouth of the... I mean, it's intimidating. It's intimidating. I get it, Zeldo. I get it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Looks like there's one over at that stable. Welcome back, Liam. Welcome back. Actually, I just want to check going into here. 39 discovered. Wow. I feel like we're breezing through these faster than we did for Breath of the Wild. What juicy lore did you miss? Only the juiciest. Actually, I don't think there was much that was juicy. I don't think so. I don't think, actually. Bing! Awesome.
Ah, Highland Stable. Horseback archery was very popular before the Calamity, though it appears interest has waned in modern times. Instead, there is considerable effort being made to teach travelers how to handle horse-drawn wagons, and more importantly, how to care for the horses that pull them.
That's a nice one. That one's nice. So nice. Okay, maybe we'll get these ones all around Necluda. Oh, there's a ton in Kakariko as well. Okay, let's do it. Let's go up here to start. Yes, the Eventide Island lore. That's what you missed. But Link was not a peepin' peeper. He was not a peepin' peeperson. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I picked this up. I guess I could use it for these weaker guys, especially. Unpopular opinion, I want to see Zelda 2 Adventure of like Nintendo mention the game at one point. Will this happen? And yes, I would love to see Oracle. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I think Zelda 2 is also a game, you know, actually, funny enough, in very much a similar case to Metroid 2, where it's like one of those games that would benefit from a remake more than, say, a game like Ocarina of Time would, you know? Oh, it's probably this thing. Yeah. So.
Many people evacuated from the town around Hyrule Castle, but less than half of them made it from there to this point. And even then, as they saw the Guardians appear before the dueling peaks, they thought they were done for. Thankfully, these brave souls were here to protect them. I pray they found peace at last.
How nice. I wonder if all of her little monuments have a memory attached, because, see, is there one at Fort Tadeno? Yeah. Okay. Looks like it. Now, is this at the top of the peak, or is it under? I wonder. I don't know. Well, let's go find out, I guess. I don't have my horse. I'm sure. Do I have something here to make me go faster? Someone asked me about QR codes before, and then I was like, hang on, I'm going to finish what I'm thinking, and then I'll answer that, and then I forgot. So, but... I don't know if you're still here. Someone said it, and I apologize, but I haven't played around with them at all, really. Unfortunately. What is this history? What was I doing? Playing around with fans, I guess. I don't know. You know, that's fine. I think I'll just have a little run. That's totally fine. I'm a big fan. That must be it. That must be it. There's the rockets. We got rockets for shields. They go on shields. And then you've got rocket shields. Yosh. It would be so funny if you could attach a fan to a shield and then it's on your back and then you sprint. And then the fan makes you go faster, like with Minoru's construct. Wouldn't that be funny? I would use it all the time. I would burn through shields using that just to sprint faster. Lasagnas? Oh. I mean, I could fight them, but yeah, okay. They came out the water. Are you gonna? Okay, he did. Yeah, he is. Okay. Joseph calling me out here. The commitment to wearing the Hylian shield when you aren't doing anything that uses shield durability. Listen, yes, that's exactly it. The thing is, I wouldn't want to break it. I mean, it's the Hylian shield, but I love having it. I love how it looks, you know? So, you know, that's same with having the Master Sword equipped. Who dares? Oh, it's just an Octorok. Oh, here's the memory though.
The dueling peaks. I shudder to think of what would have happened if Link hadn't led everyone here. The steep terrain gave us some protection, and plenty of places to hide from the Guardians. Many lives were saved, including my own. I was always being protected back then.
Oh, it's the shield the goddesses intended Link to wear. It's called fashion. I'm seriously warping just to over there. If not for the better load times, I wouldn't. But just gonna bing, just load, just a little cheeky little warp. Mirror shield would be very cool, even if it were an amiibo item. That would be an awesome amiibo item, actually. Ocarina of Time mirror shield. Ding!
Dueling Peak Stable is one of the newly established stables. Considering this whole area was devastated by the calamity and completely overrun by Guardians, it's a good thing there was not a stable here before.
Okay. That guy talks a lot. Jeez, there's a lot of text boxes to mash through. He had swords from previous games but no shields? You know, except for this one, right? You know. Just except for that one. I guess the problem is too many of the other Zelda games just use the Hylian shield, right? You know what I would love to see? The fighter shield, which by the way got retconned out of Link's Awakening. I was a little sad about that because I really like the design. Hold on. But when they made the Link's Awakening remake, they retconned the shield out of there. Hold on. I'm gonna find you an image here, okay? Zelda Wiki is not cooperating with me. I was on this page just the other day. Artwork, please. Here it is. So in Link to the Past, it's a very small collection of sprites. But in the artwork, this is the shield. The fighter shield is what it's called. And I think it's a gorgeous shield design. I think that would have been a really cool one to have in this game. And then they've kind of phased it out of existence, you know, because with the Link's Awakening remake, they just gave him the Hylian shield, and that's too bad. Even A Link Between Worlds defaulted back to the Hylian shield. But you know, you look at the hang on a sec. Like old artwork of like Link from Link to the Past. Here it is. Here's one. Here's a good one. And he's got that shield. I think it's a great look. I like the design a lot. And I think it would be very cool to be able to have gotten that one. I would have paid money for an amiibo to get that one. They should have left it in Link's Awakening as well, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, this is an important place as well. Yeah, a lot of sword-wielding characters in the 90s didn't have pants. That's just a thing. Pants were overrated anyways. Here's an important place. Ash Swamp. Also,
The Blattery Plain. Many soldiers lost their lives here when Guardians rampaged through the area. Now numerous swords throughout the field mark their graves. I passed by so many as I made my way here. It is our duty to never forget them, nor the sacrifice they made.
So this exact spot in Breath of the Wild, actually, there was tons of, like, rusted claymores and stuff just, like, stabbed into the ground. There's also guardian corpses everywhere. Of course, this is where Link died. So, you know... normal things. Again. Oh, actually, you know. Hey, that was rude. There we go. Alright. Can we... Oof! Yes. We can. Weapons and things and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna ditch this. And I'm to take that, and that's a good sort of bow for if I don't need it. If I don't need something super strong. You know? Like if I don't need a Lionel bow. I feel like this Link cheated death a few more times than the others. Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny, as I did a video, maybe any fellow Splatoon players might appreciate this. I did a video a bit back where I was like talking about like what weapon kits and gear different Zelda characters would use if they were in Splatoon. It was a silly little video, but I had fun making it mostly. And one of the gear abilities I gave Link was, I think, was comeback. And I just thought that made a lot of sense for Link, for this Link specifically. Which is like basically comeback in Splatoon, gives you like some buffs after respawning. But I was like, I don't know, man. It fits. Like, just thematically fits this Link. It was just a fun little video. Of course, it's too bad because when I made that video, you know, I was working with what I got, but then, like, since then, different updates, like, added new kits and stuff that might have actually worked better for some of the picks, for some of the choices that I did. I can't pick up any more Bokoblin teeth. So, oops. Oof. Okay. Who's still alive? Oh, just that one guy over there. What's this guy doing? You're not a part of this. Oh, even the horse doesn't... Even your horse. His own horse kicked him off. No more teeth. No more teeth. I should have started shooting arrows at them with those teeth, you know? Bing. Oh well.
Though some believe a miracle occurred here at Fort Ateno, the truth is less divine. We were all saved thanks to the soldiers, including Link, who chose to risk their lives here. Though they would not have had to do so if my power had awakened sooner. Regardless, I pray their spirits were comforted by Goddess Hylia.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. Okay. Kakariko. Maybe we'll take a little ride over to Kakariko. Where's my horse? Hey, horse. But I think I'm gonna make a little pit stop over at the stable and sell a bunch of teeth. You know, as one does. We're gonna do normal activities, such as selling a bunch of teeth to a guy that's obsessed with bugs. Normal things. Beetle! Beetle, beetle, beetle. I'll keep some, just in case. We'll just keep, I don't know. We'll sell like half of them. There we go. Woohoo! There you go. I wonder if there's anything else that I'm gonna be capping out on. We got exactly 800. That's funny. Okay. I think we're okay. Okay. Goodbye, beetle. I miss the guardian armor though for my horse. I miss ancient horse gear. You know what? I'll be honest though. I actually prefer how this is like the traveler set. I actually prefer how this set looks over, but but horse teleportation is so useful, you know? You know? So it's like, you know, I like the usefulness of it quite a lot. Quite a lot. Okay, well, our horse takes us along the path here. I'm just gonna zoom in on the map here, and we'll just grab all these Kakariko memories, and then that's gonna be all the time we've got, I think. Not sure if I love how that one necessarily looks with that shield, though. You know, it's all about fashion. Obviously. Obvi. Okay. Ding.
Ah, Kakariko Village. The Sheikah that live here are quite peaceful, but that does not mean they are unwilling or unable to defend themselves. I would not be surprised if this village avoided the worst of the calamity, because any monsters that threatened it were summarily dealt with by the villagers themselves.
Perhaps. Okay, there's one up the slope there. Let's have a look. That is exactly what it sounds like. You are very correct. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh wait, slow down, slow down! Jeez, horse. Horse has a death wish. Oops. Watch out for bees. Big old chasm.
It seems the great fairy Kotera no longer lives here. I have heard that the only truly
Good thing,
appropriate
too.
offering to her was rupees, and after the villagers started offering vegetables, thinking that would suffice, Kotera quickly grew weak. She was too considerate of the villagers' feelings to say anything, though.
I think it has more to do, just my guess. I mean, the chicken relationship, the Kuko, that I can see that, but I think it's more just like the way she's trying to do the Ren Fair accent, where she's like, you know, I can't even do it, but it's like, I think it has to do with that, you know. That's my guess. I don't know. Because she also doesn't say castle, she says castle, right? Hyrule Castle. So, food for thought. I don't know. Just my thought. That's a lot of books. Hey, man. Yeah, when you're doing faux British accent, that hard A sound it's non-existent. Oh, maybe it's in this house. I'm just gonna barge in someone's house. Oh yeah, here we go. I didn't need to go in. It's Coco.
The house where Coco lives. She picked such an abundance of flowers for me that we decided to make garlands with them. She said she would teach her little sister Kotla how to make them as well. Seeing her work so hard stirred memories of when Mother taught me how to weave garlands together, though I found it very difficult at first and may have even cried in frustration.
Aw, that's cute. Also cute Deet. Dorian here. Doesn't sleep in the bed. He lets his daughter sleep in the bed and he just sits there. Sword ready. Ah, see, Liam, the difference is you're actually English, not pretend English. That's the key difference. Yeah. Alright, some of these are, it looks like they're in like almost the same place. Yeah, the frog statue. Wasn't there a Breath of the Wild one on this statue?
A local guardian. It has long been believed that frogs bring good luck. In fact, they hold spiritual significance for the Sheikah. For my part, I pray not only that the land of Hyrule be restored, but that we can then continue to work together and achieve great things.
No, sorry, I was just... you know. Is it for the, Yes, it is. Okay. Ooh, chicken alarms.
A garden for growing plums. 100 years ago, Impa planted a plum tree here to celebrate a child's birth. It really has grown into something beautiful since that time. The care Melly has put into maintaining this place is clear to see. Now that I think of it, could she be...
Also, if anyone goes in, the guard Kuko's attack. How have I never seen that before until just now? I guess I never bothered going in here. That's crazy, though. That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Now, is it up here? Yeah, sure.
There are beautiful fish with a unique patterning living in the waters beneath the falls. They must be the ornamental fish Sheikah researchers worked tirelessly to breed here 100 years ago. Their efforts were certainly hindered by the calamity, but it doesn't surprise me that the Sheikah would still find a way to finish their work.
Okay, these chickens are giving me a warning. You had to go in there for... Yes, you did. But now the Kukos will attack. Which is wild.
I I came here to visit a friend that I had not seen in 100 years. She had been an advisor to the royal family, and following the calamity, she became the leader of this village while awaiting my return. The relief on her face when she saw me. We talked for hours and hours, trying to make up for all the time we'd lost.
That's cute. Wait. Has Paya fallen asleep here? Is that what's happened? Is she snoring? Do you ever fall asleep sitting up studying? She's had a rough day. Yeah, that's fair. I hope those. I hope so. One can only hope. Kakariko's so cozy. So cozy. I think a little less cozy in this game, because it's like it's very cozy in Breath of the Wild. In this game, I think it's very it's a little more bustling. Not that that's bad per se, but it's so. I always think it's so. I don't know. That she grew so much between games. She's such a little bab in Breath of the Wild. Just a little babe. Not like a babe, like a baby. She's a child. She's youngin'. Okay, so I've decided the last one we're gonna get is this one in the middle of the wetlands here. Would Kakariko or Hateno be considered the capital? I guess probably Hateno, or, well, I mean, I guess it would have been Castletown, and then maybe now there is no capital. I don't know. But Zelda lives in Hateno, so unless they say Lookout Landing is. I don't know. Very good questions. Darren's got to go. We're going to wrap it up soon anywho, but thanks so much, Darren. Have yourself a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. And I hope your weekend is great. Hope it's a good one. I was going to kill those guys, but they're fine. They're not doing anything. They ain't doing nothing bad. Kaponga Village Ruins. Alright. Look at Lionel. Well, kind of. It's near. It's where there was the, like, the ceremonial site there. Castletown is just a little north of it, so. It's very close to it, though.
The ruins of Kaponga Village. The people who lived here raised many horses. They used the unique terrain here as a stable, but it has been so ravaged by monsters now that it's virtually unrecognizable. Considering their skilled horsemanship, I want to believe everyone was able to flee on horseback.
Also, Paya had a thing where she rarely slept in Breath of the Wild. Suspect being chief hasn't helped at all. That's legit, actually. Very legit. Though I do like to see how much... It's cool to see how much she's sort of grown in confidence between games, which is very cool. Very, very cool. You like to see the character growth, you know? You know? Look at Lenny was... Yeah, so the townspeople were geographically incorrect. Well, I mean, it's close enough, I guess, is what they meant, but it's just right outside the Castletown gate. I'm not sure what dialogue you're referring to, though. Yes, anywho. speaking of Look Landing, let's warp over there. Let's warp over there. I'm just looking at this thing again here. As you can see, there's still quite a few. Oopsie, sorry. Didn't mean to drag that around there. Still quite a few memories to do, but considering we only worked away at this for like half the stream, I feel like we've made some good progress here. So we discovered 53 out of 150. So that's pretty good. So I think we can probably get the rest of them next week without any problem. Which I was worried that would take 2 streams, which I guess it is more like a stream and a half. So that works. I think Link deserves a nap. Whee! Time to take a nap, Link. Sleep till noon. GG today. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, next week we'll clean up the map. We'll get the rest of these voice memories. And I'll also get that one room in the castle that I'm missing. Because, oops, I guess I missed a room. Just the one room. We'll also be back with Wind Waker on Wednesday. We're going to do the Wind Temple in Wind Waker on Wednesday. It's a Windy Wakery Wednesday. And then, yeah, we'll be back to do this next Saturday. Also, I mentioned it at the start of the stream, but in case you weren't here or you want me to say it again, I will re-mention that I finished the video I was working on. It will premiere publicly next Friday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And that's the last dungeon design video for Echoes of Wisdom. However, if you want to watch it early, it's available right now for early access if you're on Patreon or if you're a channel member here on YouTube. So if you're one of those cool people, go check it out. I would love it if you could watch it. It would make my heart fill with joy because I put an absurd amount of hours into editing that video. So that's, yes, I'm looking forward to reading all your guys' comments and stuff on it, to be honest with you. But yeah, that will be available publicly. That'll premiere next Friday. So for everyone else, if you want to wait and you don't want to pay, no problem. We'll see you on Friday for the premiere. Yeah, that's all I've got to announce right now. And then now that Echoes of Wisdom is done, on Monday I start into the Oracle games. So for dungeon design. Yeah, anyways, that's all I've got to announce for now. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the next stream. We'll catch you in the Discord if you're in the Discord. And one final thanks as well goes to all of these names that are scrolling on screen as well. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all are great, and I appreciate you. Have yourselves a good weekend. Bye-bye.